Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. It's been too long. It's been a crazy week. Obviously, I mentioned a few days ago. For those who didn't hear or those who chose to did not listen, stuff like that. It's just from the 28th to the 7th, I'm working 8 a.m. shifts, helping with a certain thing and helping get a store up and running. And then after that, my schedule will go back to normal and we'll have shows every morning. So when I do shows during this time, it will be nighttime only and it'll be NHL only. And it'll be me running it solo most likely. Unless Tim hops on, then we can talk a little bit more. But I saw a big NHL card tomorrow and thought, why not jump on, break down the card, and go from there. So we do have a couple plays in action right now. As in the NHL today, I kept it pretty basic. I just took the Panthers -1 and the over 6. That was it. Currently, the Panthers lead 2-0 on the Rangers with 5 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the first period. So we're off to a good start in that game on that double up. And that was the only thing I didn't bet the Preds game tonight. I didn't bet the what was the other game going on tonight as well? I didn't bet the Preds game. I didn't bet the Kraken game. It was only the Ranger game that I did bet. But with that being said, we will head into tomorrow's card, where we get started 1 o'clock or 12:30. My bad, 12:30 game. Boston Bruins, Washington Capitals. The Caps -140, -145 favorites in this game. Total 6 in this one here. My projections have this game at a 6, a 5.93, really. And my numbers have the Bruins as a favorite in this game. When you look at the advanced metrics that the Washington Capitals have had over the last little bit here, they've been a slightly below average team. And this is a team I'm fully expecting negative regression. And on the Bruins side, this is a team that is playing like an above average hockey team. 3.15 expected goals for, 2.72 against. Meanwhile, the Capitals 2.89 for, 3.09 against. So this is a Capitals team that advanced metrics, looking at the advanced metrics, should absolutely be regressing here. And on the flip side, we have a Boston Bruins team that's starting to play some better hockey. They have won 6 of their last 10 games. They're 6-3-1 in that time frame. They've won 3 of their last 4. And in one of those losses that they have, they're also 5-2 in their last 7 games. One of those losses was an overtime loss on the road against Edmonton. On the flip side, the Capitals finally starting to slip a little bit there. They've played 3 straight road games. They started the road trip in Boston, lost that game 4-1. So maybe a little bit of quick revenge here for the Caps now that they're back at home. This is a third game in 4 nights. This will be a third game in 4 nights for Washington. This will be a third. The Bruins have 2 days off after the back-to-back against the Columbus Blue Jackets in their last matchup there. I like Boston in this game, and I think that getting them at a dog price in this one, I'm interested in that one there. Let's take a look at what the best available number for this one will be. I want to lock this in tonight. I'm going to take Boston on the +120 at BetMGM. I think this is a good spot, a good number for Boston in this one. Rest advantage. You look at the advanced metrics, they look better as well. So I'm going to be on the Bruins to open up the card. Bruins +120 for me here. We'll move to the second game of the card. The New York Islanders taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs -140 favorites, total 6. So exactly the same line as last game, where we had the home team -140, and but we have both these teams, I believe, coming in on third game in 4 nights. The Islanders played back-to-back on the 28th and the 29th against the Pittsburgh Penguins. They won the first night. They lost the second night. On the flip side, the Toronto Maple Leafs, they played back-to-back against the Red Wings and against the Capitals in their 2 games. They've lost 3 of their last 4, so they're kind of struggling. And these 2 teams did play not too long ago, and it was an Islanders 6-3 win. So you have a home team with in-season revenge from basically 9 days ago, or 10 days ago will be when they play this game. And I mean, I did back Boston last game, and at this number, I want to back the Islanders at this one. My numbers have the Leafs around -120 in this game. So plus 120, there's not as much value on the Islanders as there is with the Boston Bruins, in my opinion, because I have the Boston Bruins as actually a slight favorite if you look at current form and things like that. For this game more, I'm interested in an over. I have this game projected for 6.68 goals. The Islanders are coming in off of a 3-2 loss. The only thing that's really keeping me off now, granted, the Leafs have been an over galore team as of late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 overs in a row, and we're starting to see some 5.5s out there. Oh, at 5.5, I've got to bet this. If they're going to give me a 5.5 total between these 2 teams, yes, they are. Over on BetMGM, 5.5 -120. Yeah, no, sign me up for that one there. I did not expect this to be a 5 and a hook for this total. So yeah, I'll go over 5.5 here. Islanders and Maple Leafs for a little action here in the afternoon. So plays on both early games tomorrow. Last day of the year, crazy. Bruins plus 120, over 5.5 Islanders, and Maple Leafs will continue on. And it's another game that I kind of want action in. And no, there's not value on this game, but situationally, I was looking at this game and I was really shocked to see the position that the schedule makers have put the Montreal Canadiens in for this game here. We have the Montreal Canadiens and the Vegas Golden Knights. We have the Golden Knights around -220 favorites in this one with a total of 6 in this game. Now, we're starting to see some -240s, -230s, things along those lines. The Vegas Golden Knights have dominated the Montreal Canadiens. They've won 7 straight matchups versus Montreal. Montreal is coming in. This will be their 3rd game in 4 nights and their 4th consecutive road game. And they're coming in off of back-to-back very impressive wins, plus 260 underdogs against Florida. They shut them out 4-0. And as plus 175 underdogs against Tampa Bay, they win that game 5-2. But now they have to travel all the way from Tampa Bay to Las Vegas on a 3rd game in 4 nights. It's a terrible spot for them. On the flip side, this Vegas Golden Knights team looks like one of the best teams in hockey right now. They've won 4 in a row, covering the puck line in 3 of them, the last 3 against Seattle, Vancouver, and San Jose. And I kind of think the same here for this one. I think this is a terrible spot here for the Montreal Canadiens. And I think this is a good spot potentially to have. Now, granted, this is not a motivated favorite. It's not my favorite type of favorite to bet, especially when my numbers have this game projected around Vegas -190, -200 range. So is there value on Vegas? No, not really. Situationally, is this a bad spot for Montreal? Absolutely it is. And maybe this is something where maybe you just tie Vegas in a 2-teamer or something like that if you guys are somebody who plays something like that. Personally don't. But with that being said, this is Vegas or nothing for me. It'll be puck line Vegas. Unfortunately, I think just the line has gone too far at this moment for me to want to get involved in this game. And I don't need action on all 3 of the first games. It's plus 110 for the puck line on Bet365 and Caesars and DraftKings and Bovada. So you're getting plus 110 on the puck line here in this game. If you want Vegas, I would only look towards the Golden Knights in this game if I am betting it. But with that being said, I think I'm passing on this game, but I would only look towards puck lining Vegas at the moment. What up, though? What's good? Stop Geo. Didn't expect to stream, but hey, good to see you. Yeah, if I do stream over the next week or so, it will be at night. I'm not promising streams at night. Nothing along those lines. But if I I got out at 5 o'clock today, so I got out a little earlier, and I had time to prepare for a show. Normally, I'd be getting home right now. So I was able to get out a little earlier from work today. So I was able to set up and get ready and do a nice show here. But With that being said, we'll move on here. Very interesting matchup here. St. Louis Blues and the Chicago Blackhawks, or should we really say St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs in this game? Actually, I kind of want to just humor me for this one. I want to get into this mindset real quick. I don't know why I'm deleting that. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. I just want to get in this mindset because this is the Winter Classic game right here. This game is being played at Wrigley Field. So yes, yes. We have the Blues anywhere between minus 145, minus 150 favorites in this game. Total 5.5. I think this 5.5 is correct. I have this game projected for 5.52 goals. So this total I think is correct. The side though, as I mentioned before, the shine has really come off of St. Louis. Now they did just have their 2-game winning streak snapped from in a loss against the Buffalo Sabres in their last game 4-2. On the flip side, the Chicago Blackhawks have lost 4 games in a row. They've really struggled since winning 3 in a row against the Kraken, Capitals, and Islanders. But if there's ever a game this season that the Blackhawks are going to step up for, it's probably the Winter Classic game. I'm very interested in Chicago in this game. At a nice plus price tag, you're getting plus 130. No, that's Matchbook. You're getting plus 125 on Bovada, on Bet365, on ESPN Bet, on BetMGM. You're getting a lot of nice plus price tags here. I think this line's too wide. I'm going to take a shot here over on Bet365 plus 125 with the Chicago Blackhawks in this game. I think this is a good spot, or not a good spot for the Blackhawks, but I think this is a good line for the Blackhawks to take a shot with them here, especially with the Blues as a favorite on the road. Granted, this is a neutral site game, but it's really not. It's in Chicago. It's Wrigley Field. So give me the Blackhawks to win in Wrigley, plus 125. For what it's worth, the Bruins have lost 6 games in a row when dogs following a win. Man, short dog tomorrow, and streaks are meant to be broken. Islanders 5 wins in a row as dogs versus the Leafs. Yeah, I do know that the Islanders like playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. They do. So there's that as well. We'll keep on going. There's going to be some games I'm not touching on. Actually, I don't think any of them have, other than the last game I have typed up with the Oilers in Utah. Where they're playing back-to-back tonight. All the other games that back-to-backs are I don't think had lines. But with that being said, we'll move on. Between the Philadelphia Flyers and the San Jose Sharks, we have the Flyers minus 180 road favorites, total 6 in this one here. Let's take a look at the projections for me in this game here, where yes, I have the Flyers as a favorite in this one. That should come as no surprise. I have them more along the lines of 140, 145 favorites in this game, though, and not minus 180. However, on the flip side, we're only getting plus 145 with the San Jose Sharks, so it's not enough of a risk reward, I think, for really me to target this game. I have this game also projected for 6.22 goals, so I think that this total is pretty right, other than maybe a small shot on the over for those who want action on every game. The Flyers are coming in off of a loss. I don't trust the Flyers defensively. Their only good game defensively as of late was a 3-1 win over Anaheim. They gave up 5 goals to the Kings. They gave up 7 to the Penguins. They gave up 4 to the Blue Jackets on a win, 7 to the Kings, 6 to the Red Wings, 4 to the Wild. So this is a Philadelphia team that defensively has been horrible. So maybe if you want to take a shot with this game, it's a Sharks team total over for me. If anything, you'll probably get a 2.5 on that, which is intriguing. And if I was trying to fire shots at every single game on the board, probably the Sharks team total over would have made my card. But am I interested in getting involved with that? Not particularly. So this is a no play here for me with the lean towards the Sharks on the team total over 2.5 in this one. What's good, Jose Sierra? What's going on? But we'll continue on here. We have 6 games remaining on the docket to go over. And we have the Carolina Hurricanes coming in against the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're minus 225 road favorites with a total 6.5. Let's take a look at the projections for this game, which, yes, of course, I have the Hurricanes as a favorite. I have them, once again, more along the lines of 165, 170 favorites in this game rather than minus 225. On the flip side, though, is it enough for me to want to go and take a shot with Columbus? Maybe. Columbus has been a pretty decent home team this year. That's one thing. They are 11-4-3 at Nationwide Arena there in Columbus, Ohio. And Carolina has been a very underwhelming road team this year. They're amazing at PNC Arena. We all know that. 14-4 at PNC Arena, or Lenovo Center, PNC Arena. But 8-9-1 on the road away from Raleigh. This is a team that Hurricanes don't travel far in real life, and they're not good at traveling right now, which could be something to keep an eye out for playoff time. But Carolina coming in off of back-to-back games against the New Jersey Devils. They lost on the road. They won at home. Shocker. Exactly the way we probably expected it to happen. Both those games went over the total there. I have this game projected for 6.46 goals, so I think the 6.5 number is correct. For me, this would be Columbus or nothing. I think that's a pretty simple way to approach this game. Columbus has actually played Carolina pretty well. They've won 2 of the last 3 games against them, and these two teams just played 15 days ago. It was a 4-1 win against for the Carolina Hurricanes. I would be interested in the Blue Jackets in this game as dogs, and I think I kind of want to pull the trigger here on the Blue Jackets, where I can get plus 190 over on Bet365. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot with Columbus in this game. I think they can keep it. I think they can challenge Carolina in this game. So I'll take a shot here. Plus 190 with the Columbus Blue Jackets in this one for me. Any possible NBA leans? I will be completely straight up. I didn't look at the card at all. I haven't had time to get involved with it yet. And I probably won't be me personally, I probably won't be capping the NBA until I can do it on the show in the morning again. That's where I've had my success in the NBA, as I don't bet stuff the night before in the NBA. I would have to do it the morning of, and I just don't have time the morning of to really cap the NBA and things along those lines. So unfortunately, I have not looked at the card whatsoever. I apologize. That's more of a Tim question, which unfortunately he's not on the show right now, but it is what it is. Move on. The New Jersey Devils and the Anaheim Ducks. The Devils minus 235 favorites in this game with a total 6. Let's take a look at the projections for this one here. I do have the Devils as a favorite, but once again, not a massive one like minus 235. I have them more along the lines of minus 170, minus 175 road favorites in this game. I have this game projected for 6.74 goals. So I do expect the Devils to be able to put up goals in this game here. And I was kind of surprised to see this game at a 6. And I will. And I know I just said there's not much value on the Devils. That would be the only way I would look in this game, though. They're coming in off of a 5-2 loss against the Carolina Hurricanes in their last game there. So you would expect potentially a bounce-back effort for these New Jersey Devils. At least somebody who is as high on the Devils as I am would definitely anticipate that. So maybe if you want to cut down the juice, and maybe this is the way to approach it, Vegas money line with New Jersey money line. You tie them two together, because I do think both of them take care of business, but I think they're both too expensive to back just straight up as puck lines or anything like that. New Jersey, they've won 3 of the last 4 games. I think they're the best team in hockey right now. They currently lead the Metro. They're second in the Metro. But I think this team has the potential to be the best team in hockey, and I truly do believe that with New Jersey, and if I do believe that, I think this is a bounce back performance for them, which probably means we see the -1 come in, or the puck line, or the puck line's even money. So obviously the -1's probably not worth it. Team total over 3.5 is -135, so that's a little out of my price range. I do like the over in this game, and maybe you go New Jersey Devils and the over 6, which you can get over on Bet365 at +157. New Jersey Devils money line and over 6. That could be an interesting lean there. I think the over is actually worth a look in this one. Anaheim is coming in off of a nice win. They won 5-3 against the Edmonton Oilers, so they're coming in off of a nice win as well. So there's that too. So for me, I'm interested in the over. I don't trust the Ducks defensively whatsoever. But with that being said, am I pulling the trigger on this one? No, but I would like to, but I'm not going to. So it would be Devils and over or nothing, and it's probably just a pass for me in this one. We'll keep on going. 4 more games to go over. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings minus 120 favorites. Total 6.5 in this game. As we have the Red Wings starting to play a little bit better of hockey. I backed them in their last game against Washington. They got the job done. I have the Red Wings as favorites in this game around the minus 130 price tag. So I do see a slight edge with the Red Wings in this game if you're looking at back in the side. As for the total, I have this game projected for 6.12 goals. So I do have a slight lean towards the under here at 6.5. Now, am I going to be playing this game? I don't really know. Pittsburgh's coming in off of a 3-2 win against the Islanders in their last game. They split the home and home against the Islanders. They lost the road game, won the home game. And previous to that, that was the only 2 games we've seen them play after the Christmas break. On the flip side, the Detroit Red Wings, they lost to the Maple Leafs 5-2, but they bounced back up the 4-2 win against Washington in their next game. It would be Detroit or nothing would be the only way I would approach this game. And I think at this price, and I know it's minus 120, minus 125, minus whatever, kind of would want to take a shot on the minus 1 line with Detroit if I'm going to play this game. But I see this line pretty spot on with it being around minus 120, with it maybe a couple cents of value here with Detroit. Other than that, no interest in this game whatsoever. Be Red Wings or nothing, but not going to be playing this one. We'll move on. 3 games remaining. The Buffalo Sabres and the Dallas Stars, minus 205 for the Dallas Stars, total 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the my projections for this game, which is around minus 240 for the Dallas Stars. So I do see a little bit of value here with the home favorite in the Dallas Stars in this game. Buffalo obviously starting to play a little bit better after their ridiculously long losing streak. They have now won 3 games in a row. However, I do think that probably comes to an end tomorrow. I do like Dallas in this game a little bit. They're coming in off of a 5-1 win against Chicago in their last game yesterday. And they've won 2 of their last 3 games, and they've received points in 3 straight games. On the flip side, the Buffalo Sabres snapped their losing streak, and they've now won 3 in a row. Granted, this is definitely the best competition they've played during that time. They played the Islanders, the Blackhawks, and the Blues. Definitely the Stars are better than all 3 of those teams. I don't think I'm splitting atoms there saying that. And I want to take a look real quick. What is the puck line for the Stars in this game? Because I see this game as it's minus, all right, yeah, the money line is minus 213 over on ESPN Bet, the puck line plus 120. I know this is going to be probably stupid expensive, but what is the, real quick, what is the minus 142 for the minus 1 line? That is a no thank you for me. So this would be puck line or nothing here for the Dallas Stars. And I'm actually very interested in it because I think this is the spot where Buffalo gets back on the losing streak, or not a losing streak, but they lose this game. And actually probably a losing streak. They have a tough road trip coming up here. Dallas, Colorado, Vegas, the next 3 games for them here, the Buffalo Sabres. So tough spot for them. And I would lean towards the Dallas Stars on the puck line in this game. I'm kind of interested in it. But I don't think I'm going to play it. It's another spot where if you like Dallas, you want to tie them up with the Devils or the Golden Knights, I wouldn't talk you off of either one of those as well. I think all 3 of the big favorites. I think the big favorite that blows parlays tomorrow is the Hurricanes. So there's that. We have 2 games remaining on the card. The Vancouver Canucks taking on the Calgary Flames. It's a pick'em, total 5.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the projections for this one. Obviously, I did not type up the Wild Preds game. I did not type up the Winnipeg Colorado game. Both those have teams that have to play tonight still. In this game, I have the Flames projected as around minus 130 favorites in this one, or minus 125 favorites in this one. So I kind of see value here with Calgary. And this has been a team that has played really well at home this season. The Saddle Dome has been home sweet home for those Calgary Flames. And we have a Canucks team, though, that loves playing on the road. They're 10-3-2 away from Vancouver. If only home Vancouver could be as good as road Vancouver, because at home they're 7-7-6 at the Scotiabank Saddle Dome. it's just Flames or nothing for me. That'd be the only way I would approach this game here. But I mean, now I have plenty of time to think about these games because these games happen in over 24 hours between Vancouver and Calgary, and then the previous game between Buffalo and Dallas. I might add a few plays tomorrow. But with that being said, the Flames would be one of those plays. The Stars puck line would be another. The Red Wings would be another one. And really, those would be the three that I would add. Would be those three, but not a game that I'm getting involved with tonight. So maybe I add that tomorrow as a play, but not a game I'm going to get involved with tonight. Final game. I've got nothing on, but this is the only line for a game with the team playing a game tonight, and that's Utah. Utah is playing in Seattle tonight, so they'll travel to Edmonton tomorrow. Not a game I'm getting involved with. Not a game I fully capped yet because when I run my projections and things like that, I need the full last 10 games data, and obviously I can't get the last 10 games if one of the games have not been played yet. So this is a pass, obviously, for me as well to close out the card. But that is everything for today's show. Just the NHL card. So let me quickly recap the ones I have moved on. I've moved on the Boston Bruins at plus 120, the over 5.5 minus 120, Islanders and Leafs, the Blackhawks at plus 125, and the Blue Jackets at plus 190. So 3 dogs and an over for me for tomorrow so far. So may add a puck line or two to the mix. But for me, that is everything for this one. But that's going to do it for this card. Want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. And we'll catch you hopefully soon. I'm hoping to do more night shows, but no guarantees because I'll be getting out of work at 7, home around 7:15, 7:30. And then I would be looking at 9 o'clock shows, which I don't know how if I'm going to do those or not. So, but that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and we'll catch you guys again with another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, everyone.